Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. So the week has passed again and it's time now for another roadmap update. As we recently learnt, Alpha 3.3 patch is being split into two. On the 10th of October we will get 3.3 while CitizenCon is on. And then mid-quarter 4 we're going to get 3.3.5, which is the patch containing object container streaming. Now still slated for the end of the year, so end of quarter 4 is 3.4, so that hasn't changed, nor has 3.3.5 been pushed back to 3.4, which is good news. So anyway, let's talk about what is coming in 3.3.5, sometime between 3.3 and 3.4, hopefully closer to the first one. We're getting Clovis Darneely, the mission giver. He is in polishing already. He will be located at Lawville. The Hurston clothing collection as well, that is now at 152 out of 154, so there's only 2 more to go on that. For the locations, the Hurston planet, which is at 75 out of 89, and the Lawville landing location, which is at 125 tasks complete out of 171. Obviously, we cannot get Hurston or Lawville without object container streaming. The no-fly zone, which affects Lawville, how we will enter and exit, is at 7 out of 19 tasks. And then onto the core tech object container streaming itself is at 5 out of 15. The background spawning is at 189 out of 198 tasks, so there's not a lot to go there. Asynchronous background spawning is still at 36 out of 38, and the code conversion is at 69 out of 79. So that is what's been pushed back to this later patch of 3.3.5, meaning that the rest is still coming, hopefully, for October the 10th. Their plan is to give the Evocoti testers both separate builds so that they can obviously try and figure out which bug is caused by what, and it allows them time to really smooth over object container streaming. Although it is very close to being completed, it sounds like it might be a bit of a nightmare just hooking it up and getting it running properly, so fingers crossed it won't take too long. So 3.3, this is what we are slated to get on the October the 10th. It will be released sometime during CitizenCon. For characters, Recco Battaglia, she is a mission giver, she is at 17 out of 32. The Odyssey flight suit rework is at 7 out of 13, and the Virgil True Death Pro armor is still in polishing. For locations, we are getting the rest stops, that is at 30 out of 41. I didn't expect these to come in 3.3, so I'm very happy to see them in there. Be somewhere new for us to explore. For gameplay, we're getting the ship system degradation. There's only 1 task on that, it's 1 out of 2 left. Scramble racing is at 35 out of 48. FPS combat missions is at 26 out of 27, so there's only 1 task for that, and I'm very much looking forward to fighting against AI. The asteroid mining is at 16 out of 22. The transit system, which is at 15 out of 18, that's just including going through doors, using elevators, making it a bit more smoother. The shipboard scanning and ping is at 21 out of 26. Arena Commander and Star Marine REC rentals are at 3 out of 6. Group system improvements is at 27 out of 40. Turret improvements is at 10 out of 18, and item kiosk shopping improvements is at 5 out of 11. There's 2 more, which is the improvements to planetary mining and the retrieval and delivery mission improvements. They're both in polishing, so they're complete, just getting a little fine-tuned. So for AI, the FPS movement smoothing is at 13 out of 14, so there's only 1 more task for that one. For AI first reactions is at 19 out of 21, so only 2 there. Multiple enemy behaviors, so when the AI see multiple of us, enemies, that's at 9 out of 13. And search behaviors and flight AI behaviors are both polishing as well. Onto ships, the Hammerhead is at 66 out of 106. We've seen that recently on a Reverse the Verse. The Mustang Alpha is at 35 out of 63. The Mustang Beta is at 9 out of 12. And the Mustang Delta, Gamma and Omega are all at 9 out of 11. So they're very close to being done there. The Constellation Phoenix is at 40 out of 76. The Cyclone AA is at 32 out of 36, the Tiara is at 5 out of 13, and the RN and RC are at 7 out of 11 tasks complete. So for weapons, the Kana is at 21 out of 28, only 7 more there. The Hurston Dominance ship weapon is at 11 out of 24, and the Hurston Attrition ship weapon is at 14 out of 30. So the core tech that we're getting for 3.3, obviously object container streaming is gone, that's now 3.3.5. We are still getting VoIP and FOIP, that's at 32 out of 43. The general performance optimizations are at 22 out of 45, so it's good we are still getting some optimizing going on. And in the environmental blending shader and weapons refactor are both in polishing. So that's that. Obviously I was disappointed to learn that we won't be getting object container streaming and Hurston with the initial release of 3.3. But I am happy for 2 reasons. Number 1, we are getting something on the date of the 10th of October. And number 2, we are not having to wait till 3.4 to get object container streaming. With 3.3.5 coming sometime in between, we will hopefully have enough content with 3.3 to entertain us long enough until it gets released. Kind of like having 2 releases in quick succession rather than waiting 3 months each time. So it should keep us a little more entertained. I am still very excited to get VoIP, FOIP, the head tracking, combat AI, well, AI in general, all the ships, the rest stops, the weapon degradation, the weapon refactoring. Actually, the more that I read on, the more I am excited for 3.3. Hopefully, the performance optimizations will allow for this content to be added without too many issues, and hopefully the Eva Cotti will burn through 3.3.5, and it comes out sooner rather than later. Anyway, that is your roadmap for this week. Do let me know your thoughts, guys. As I say, it was disappointing, but I'm trying to see the good side of it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future Star Citizen content. Hit that like button as well, please. And come follow me over on Twitch, and I shall see you next time.